Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2:05 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. As always, check out Bitcoin Daily View. Got more for you there. All right. Against USD or USDT, the crypto market's looking pretty darn rocking today. Bitcoin showing up for work, so is Ethereum at up 13% plus. DOT's looking great, ADA is looking great, Cardano, XRP, a little dumb today, but in general, we're seeing some real great plays against USDT. So Theta definitely showed up for work, and so did Rune that was pumping. It kind of lost it. Zek's doing good, but anyway, a mix of green and deep green in the market against USDT, and not much red there. So it's wonderful to see. Unfortunately, Doge has slowed down a little bit against USDT. We'll take a look at that. Against BTC, BTC equals BTC. That's 0% right there. Ethereum up 4.5% against BTC. Link up 3.8%. XRP still in the red, but DOT and ADA, Cardano, they're looking good against BTC. So it's nice to see DOT and ADA both strong against the dollar and against Bitcoin. So we'll take a look at those charts right quick. All right, 5 billion in volume last 24 hours for Bitcoin. Not bad, kind of a slowdown really. 2.7, or you could say $2.8 billion of that is on Binance as far as volume. Nobody else showed up for over a billion. So we'll just look at Binance, of course. Longs versus shorts sentiment on Binance is 59% long, 40% shorts. It was a short sentiment earlier today. Now it's a long sentiment. And Bitcoin's not looking too bad on the charts. So looking at traditional markets here, the SPX, S&P 500, green candle today, green candle yesterday. Russell 2000 index, green candle yesterday, green candle today, and even the DXY, dollar strength index, showing up this week. Green candle Monday, green candle today. So not bad at all. Silver and gold. Gold up top, gold down today. And silver, well, yeah, it was pumping. Of course, we were all loving seeing that $29, that $30 here in the chart. Just looking at the silver. Just put SILVER, just silver in trading view. That's what I look at for silver. It's just the silver ounce on TVC. That's what I look at. It's the easiest one for me just to get an idea of what silver is doing. And anyway, dump. So now we're down to $26.50. So I have seen coins like at the coin stores. Golden Eagles like 45, 50 bucks. They're definitely doing quite the premium on those. So we shall see how this plays out. Silver dumping, gold not really strong. So let's see. Let's see how this rolls. I really did not get into the whole GameStop nor silver squeeze thing. Bitcoin on the daily. This is wonderful. Yesterday, kind of an indecisive doji, but it is green. Little Darth Maul wicks on there. Today, a powerful green candle. Well above the 200 moving average. We are above the 21 EMA. That's nice to see. And MACD on the daily is about to turn positive. If it does, that's a very, very good symbol. Sign. I would, and I'm going to do it right here just because you guys are all here, I would definitely go to your MACD alert here in TradingView, and I would look for the MACD to cross the signal and send you an alert. Because if you are looking at Bitcoin, like I was thinking about maybe longing Bitcoin on BitMEX, do a couple X and just long it because it is looking strong. But really, it's when this daily MACD makes that cross, if all looks good in the shorter term indicators, I'll definitely hop in there. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for the moment. Looking at 45-minute chart for Bitcoin, we were hanging out at that .5 fib line. We've broken above the 382, and now we're ranging between the 382 and the 236 fib line. So would not surprise me if we range between 34,974, basically 35,000 to 36,300. That looks like a range if we look at the fib, if it stays within that reality. So once again, 35,000 to 36,300 is a range I'm looking at. We'll see what happens. If we do look at the directional index, it's very strong. ADX is very powerful. Stochastic RSI is at the top, but it certainly could go sideways while Bitcoin continues up. KRI tilted down, but in the green. Wave trend oscillator by Lazy Bear is maxed out. So this pump, I think, needs to go sideways for a little while, and we'll evaluate which way it's going to go after that. But if we look at this upwards trend we've been in, we are looking good. On the 45-minute chart, we are above the 200 moving average after a short visit below it. So in general, hold tight. I think we've got some sideways ahead, and we'll see if we break up or break down. But for sure, if this daily MACD does cross to the positive, give it a little bit of time to sink to make sure it's going to stay there, to make sure it's not a fake out. And that's when myself, personally, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor nor a life coach, but I can tell you I'll be over at Bybit, maybe doing like a 5x long on some Bitcoin when that happens. Especially if we break this daily MACD, and then if we get above the 236 fib line, above basically 36,300. Boom, I'll be in, because I think we're back in Lambo land if all these indicators still look strong. Doge, many hopes and dreams have been based on Doge recently, and well, back here you definitely got some beautiful pumps, but right now we've been going sideways. I've been watching, it just has not found support anywhere really. I was thinking maybe against USDT up here on the top and BTC here on the bottom, we'd find support and bounce off the 618 fib line, but while we have not, we are below it. So against USDT, we are below the 618 fib line, and we are now below the 200 moving average, the white one right here, on the 45-minute chart. So it looks to me like we'll probably visit the 786 fib line, which is basically the last place you'd expect to bounce if you're going to get one. And that 786 fib line does line up very well with the 314 moving average. So a bounce against the dollar, against USDT, somewhere between like I'm just going to say it's 2 cents, but it's 2.47451 cents, somewhere between that and like 2.3. So basically like between 2.4 cents and 2.3 cents is where I'm looking. So basically 2.3 cents to 2.4 cents. That's really where it needs to bounce. And if it doesn't, then, well, we'll just reevaluate it. But strong chance of a bounce on the 314 and the 786 fib line. And you never know. If this thing can get a little frisky, maybe it'll get back above the 10 moving average here and challenge that 618 once again. But we shall see. Really, it's just all the super guppy EMAs, or you call them also Madrid ribbons. Green is positive, red is negative. So in general, this is it's a short time from the 45-minute chart, but overall, I do have a lot of time in this chart here, and it's not looking too strong. So we'll see what Doge does. Right now, I would not. If I was going to buy some more Doge, I would hold out because until we get a bounce, which I'm expecting around 2.4, like 2.4 or 2.5 cents and 2.3 cents, somewhere in there. Okay, now against Bitcoin, we're definitely below the 200 moving average. It's really the same thing. We're looking for a 786 bounce and a 314 bounce. So somewhere around like 70 sats and 73 sats. Somewhere in there, we should see a bounce if we're going to see one. We'll take it from there. Definitely I'm seeing, when I look at the actual, a little bit deeper at some of the indicators here, they're all crap. So pretty much just ride it out. If you're looking to buy more Doge, wait till you see a confirmed uptrend. And I would say, like I say, not to belabor this, but yeah, 3.5 cents and 3.4 cents or somewhere in there. It's kind of hard to tell. Such a slight variance in difference there, but all right, XRP, USDT, and XRP BTC. XRP USDT looks like on the 45-minute chart, maybe we're going to make a bounce off the 786 fib line and the 200 moving average. We'll see if that happens. If not, doom. All right. It's not. Well, here's the thing. Against BTC, we've gone below the 786 fib line, but we do have the 314 to catch it there. So look at around 983 sats. If it gets below like 980 sats against Bitcoin. It's probably going to like dump further, but we shall see. Not really too strong for XRP right now. Watch for it had a nice run. We'll see. It's kind of like Doge. It's the same thing, sort of like here's the Doge chart. It's not very sexy right now. You have to just going to see what's going to happen. Is it going to dump or is it going to regain? I wouldn't really call this. I guess you could call it ranging against for Doge. It's, it's raining. It's raging, ranging. But let's just see what happens. Like I say, it was a big pump. Eventually, it's going to find a spot and get some support. But right now, it's just showing kind of a free fall, really. XRP, same thing. No hope right there. Dot looking quite well against Bitcoin. It recently went above the 200 moving average in the 314. It's got support above the 314. All indicators are looking wonderful. The ADX is all I'm worried about. It's at 17. Give it to about 23. What a great entry. I love it. If you got cojones, if you have a strong will, it's not a bad buy against USDT right now. And also, but for Bitcoin though, we're below the 200 moving average. Until we challenge that and get over it, it's not looking too sexy to me. Although the indicators in general are looking pretty good for it, but still ADX is a little low. Let's just watch it. I would put an alert if you are a DOT fan. Put an alert in for when it crosses the 200 moving average and see if your ADX is above 20 or 25, and maybe that's a good entry. Also, I would expect kind of a punch through the 200 and 314 moving average to really give me a sense of strength. ADA Cardano, big pump today. It's dumped recently, but we got two green candles. In general, the stochastic RSI and the KRI is looking pretty good. Directional index is waning off, and the ADX is trending down. Let's see what happens. That could turn around pretty easy. This might be a slight cool off, so I would just watch it. Do so at your own risk, of course. It's above the 2 moving average against the dollar. Not a bad chart. Beginning to correct. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't like really getting any coins when they're this extended after an initial pump. I like to get them when they it was kind of skipping along the 200 moving average, and you can see these little blitz candles means that it was crossing within one candle. It was crossing the 200 and 314, so it was really building strength for this run. I just am not convinced right now when it comes to getting in. If I would personally, I've been watching it, but I just don't know. It may have played out, so I want to see more of a confirmed uptrend before I would get into it against USDT. Against BTC, it's basically exactly the same thing. Always looking well. It definitely is at a point of turnaround. We got two green candles on a 45-minute chart. It could be good to go. Don't mean to be indecisive. One thing I can say is that it's gotten below the moving 8 average and definitely further below the moving 8 average against BTC. And usually we snap back. We tend to ride that very closely. You get too far above it, you're coming down. Get too far below it, you're coming up. So at your own risk, I personally am not hopping in it. I didn't catch the initial pump here, and so I'm just on the sidelines. Maybe if we see a strong uptrend, I won't belabor it. I'm just it's not looking too sexy to me. I'm not convinced of which way it's going to go. Ruin BTC. Why do I have this one in here? Ruin against USDT. It's weak. I think it's kind of done. Well, we'll see. It needs to bounce up the 200 moving average if it's going to continue up. But what I do like here, so USDT, Ruin against USDT, blah. But Ruin against BTC, check it out. We've had a nice run up. And look at this. Looks like we're finding support. We might find a bounce off the 200 moving average here. That's pretty rocking. Right around a 10, 10,377 sats. So 10,377 sats. I mean, I was thinking about maybe putting like a limit order in right at the 200 moving average and see if I can hop in there, and then like a stop loss just a little bit below it, like at 9,950 or something like that. It's either going to pump back up or not. So a little bit of a crazy play. Like I'm saying, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm a crazy dude in this garage, but Ruin BTC is looking kind of sexy to me. The indicators are low. Definitely have room to turn up. The directional index is in the red. ADX is below where I like to see it, but this is one to watch. You might see a rapid move off this 200 moving average. Okay. Elon Musk, like I mentioned in the YouTube title, this is a cool article over at Zero Hedge. It basically says that, okay, he has been speaking of Bitcoin recently. Well, for reals, this is just something. It's something that I've been thinking for ever since he first like did hashtag Bitcoin in his bio on Twitter, I do believe it was. I was thinking to myself, there's no way that this character. This is all alleged. I can't prove it, but it's something I was definitely thinking, and we see it here. Somebody made an article over at Zero Hedge, and I'm kind of glad they did because it was in the back of my mind. This brings it to the front of my mind, and it just kind of validates. You ever do that? Like you're just thinking about something, but it's kind of just hanging out there. You know, you haven't really told anybody, you haven't really said anything, but it's in there. And then all of a sudden, boom, you see it in the real world. Somebody writes an article about it. I'll take it as a sign of genius. Well, anyway, there's no way that I think Elon Musk did a hashtag Bitcoin and starts talking about it, saying, you know, also then tweeting, saying like, in retrospect, it was inevitable. I personally, this is just alleged, entertainment purposes only. I cannot imagine him making statements like this, mentioning it at all, unless he was already over the counter buying it, unless he already had, you know, like rolled 100 million into it or something like that. Because if he had, you know, rolled 100 million in or whatever, you know, or whatever he may have put in, allegedly, possibly, entertainment purposes only, I mean, if he knows that's going to pump the price, so of course he would have gotten in. Or maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe he's like, I'm just so damn rich, I don't care. But every wealthy person that I know, and people who are not wealthy, they want to insure some of their wealth in hard assets. So we all know the Great Reset's coming, people, and this is a great move on his part if he so desires, if it's what he's thinking, to basically say, I'm going to roll in some Bitcoin. You know, let's face it, billionaires have personal assistants that they pay that are basically millionaires who are fixers who take care of things. So he probably just said, please, Mr. So-and-so, get me, you know, buy me however much, whatever. And then once that was done, boom, you know, now he's made some serious, you know, money. Elon Musk. I actually read this book, and I know there's a lot of talk about him. Is he a good guy? Is he a reptilian? Is he, you know, whatever? I'm going to give it a qualified, I don't know. He's definitely a bit of a strange dude. But if you read this book about him, which I do think is very well written, he's been a rather human, geeky dude for like quite some time. And I just don't think he's a bad guy. Before somebody just writes him off and says, oh, Elon Musk is terrible, read this book. Think of him what you will. I think he's a human. I really do. And I think he's a smart guy. And I don't think he would have made statements like this, you know, hashtag Bitcoin in his Twitter bio and mentioning this in a tweet and things like this, unless this smart dude is already in. I'm just going to say, why would you say it's valid and then not own any? No, come on, guys. His fixers took care of it for him, allegedly. Entertainment purposes only. All right, this is the Bitcoin Daily View. It is a glorious day. Bitcoin is doing really well today. Watch, get an alert in here for this daily MACD cross. A lot of people trade on that. It is a big deal. A lot of swing traders are in and out. The short time frames look amazing. The 45-minute chart looks good. I love the 4-hour chart too. In general, we're looking good. I mean, this is a wonderful moment. Let's just see what happens. I really truly do think Bitcoin is, with the strong move that it's got and the indicators, I think we're back in blue sky territory. We shall see how far this goes. I don't think anyone is exactly sure if it's going to continue or not, but there's a good possibility of that. And if it does, well, it's a long for me on Bybit. A little bit of leverage. Sorry if I belabored a few points. I am tired. I've been really busy. I will try to get this out, and I will try to be more distinct in future videos. So I can't give you a range of exactly when I would get in Bitcoin, nor when I would sell. Just watch this uptrend. I think it's looking pretty strong. Like I say, yeah, I would say daily MACD cross. Give that about an hour or 2 or 3 to be positively crossed. And then I would say if we get above, especially this 236 fib line, right around 36,300 or so, if we can get above that, I think we're going to be blue sky again. These indicators look really, really good. Anyway, Take care, everybody, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Sorry, I am so damn tired and rambling, but I wanted to make a video today and get in touch with everybody. I'm glad you're part of the peaceful revolution. Keep after it.